What if I told you that every single night, without a single word, without a single argument, without you even realizing it is happening, she is making a decision about you? Not about what you did last week, not about the big fight from last month, about right now, about this moment, about whether she wants to melt into you or quietly build a wall around her heart. And most men never even know the decision was made. Hello, and welcome back. I am so glad you are here today because what we are about to explore together is something most relationship coaches will never tell you, and honestly, most women struggle to even put into words themselves. There is a window that opens every single evening in a woman's emotional world. A small, quiet, almost invisible moment. And in that moment, she decides consciously or not whether she wants to move toward you or gently, silently pull away. What you are about to learn changed everything for the men who truly understood it. So please, stay with me until the very end, because the most powerful insight is saved for last. So let us open that window together and let me show you exactly what she is feeling and exactly what you can do to make her always choose you. Insight number 1, the moment she walks through the door, picture this. She has had a long day. Maybe it was exhausting. Maybe it was just quietly draining in that invisible way that days sometimes are. She walks through the front door, and in that very first 30 seconds, her nervous system is scanning the room. She is not scanning for danger. She is scanning for safety. Is this space warm? Does he see me? Does it feel like I can finally exhale? Here is the psychology behind it. Women are deeply wired for emotional attunement. Before she can feel romantic, before she can feel connected, before she can even feel relaxed, she needs to feel received. Not greeted with a list of questions. Not handed a problem to solve. Just received. A warm look. A genuine smile. Hey, come here with open arms. Pause for a moment and think about how you greet her when she first arrives. That greeting, that tiny, ordinary moment is not small at all. It is the foundation of her entire evening emotional state. The takeaway. The way you receive her when she arrives tells her everything about whether this is a safe place to open her heart tonight. Insight number 2, the power of the unspoken check-in. There is a moment, usually somewhere between dinner and winding down, where she goes quiet. You might not notice it. She might be on her phone, or looking out a window, or folding something quietly. And here's what most men do: they let that silence sit. They assume she is fine. They go back to the television or their own thoughts. But that silence, that is not emptiness. That is an invitation. She is not necessarily waiting for you to ask what's wrong. She is waiting to feel whether you notice her at all. Women have an extraordinary sensitivity to being truly seen. Not just physically present in the same room, but emotionally witnessed. When you gently touch her shoulder and say nothing more than "you okay," let that sink in. You have just told her entire soul that she matters to you. That is not a small thing. That is everything. The takeaway. Her silence in the evening is not disconnection from you. It is her quietly waiting to see if you will choose to connect with her. Insight number 3, what she hears in your tone. Not your words. You could say something perfectly reasonable, something completely logical, and she will still feel hurt, and you will have no idea why. Here is why. Women do not primarily process communication through content. They process it through tone and emotional temperature. She is not just hearing your words. She is feeling the energy behind them. Is there warmth in your voice? Is there patience? Or is there that subtle edge of distraction, that quiet impatience, that tone that says "I'm half here"? The critical evening window is often triggered not by what is said, but by how something is said. A sigh at the wrong moment. A clipped one-word answer. A glance at the phone mid-sentence. These are not crimes. But to her emotional system, they register as small withdrawals from the intimacy account. And withdrawals add up. Speak to her in the evening like she is someone you genuinely love being around, because the warmth in your voice is a love language she feels in her bones. The takeaway. Your tone after a long day is one of the most powerful intimacy tools you own. Use it like you mean it. Insight number 4, the ritual that builds or breaks the bond. Every couple has evening rituals, even if they have never named them. Maybe it is watching something together. Maybe it is sharing a cup of tea. Maybe it is simply lying in the same space as the day winds down. What most men do not realize is that she is paying attention to whether the ritual is intentional or automatic. There is a profound difference between sitting next to someone out of habit and sitting next to someone because you genuinely chose them tonight. She feels that difference. She feels it when you put your phone face down and lean toward her. She feels it when you remember something small she mentioned 3 days ago and bring it up again. Those moments tell her that she lives in your mind even when life gets busy. And when she feels that, truly feels it, the decision she makes in that quiet evening window will always be to move closer. Always. The takeaway. Intentional presence in your evening ritual communicates love louder than any grand romantic gesture ever could. Insight number 5, the last 10 minutes before sleep. This is the moment most men completely underestimate. The last 10 minutes before she closes her eyes. This is when her emotional guard is completely down. This is when she is most vulnerable, most open, most connected to what she truly feels. And whatever emotional tone exists in that space, warmth, tenderness, laughter, even just peaceful quiet together, that is what she will carry into her dreams. That is what she will wake up feeling the residue of. If those last 10 minutes are filled with screens or silence that feels cold or unresolved tension, she wakes up already a little further away. But if those last 10 minutes are filled with a gentle touch, a soft laugh, a whispered, "I'm glad you're mine," she wakes up reaching for you. She wakes up already in love with the day because you ended the night the right way. Let that sink in. You have the power to be the last beautiful feeling she carries into sleep every single night. The takeaway. The last 10 minutes of her evening are the emotional summary of your relationship. Make them something she never wants to end. Here's what I really want you to hear. Underneath everything I have shared with you today, there is one truth that matters more than all of it. It is not complicated. She is not testing you. She's not playing games. She's a woman who wants to feel chosen not just once, not just on anniversaries or special evenings, but in the quiet, ordinary moments that make up a real life together. She wants to look across a room and feel in her soul that she is your favorite place to come home to. Be that. Just be that. Every evening there is a window, and now you know it is there. The core message of everything we explore today is beautifully simple. She is always deciding how close to let you in, and your awareness, your warmth, and your presence are the only keys that open that door. If something in this video moved you or gave you a new way of seeing the woman in your life, I would absolutely love for you to leave a comment below. Tell me which insight hit you the most. And if you want more of this, subscribe, because we go deep here. And remember this always: the man who truly sees her will never have to wonder if she loves him.